Hello everybody, JP the Third with you with more Ghostwire Tokyo, the visual novel. I apologize, I expected to have far more for you last week, but I'm not even gonna lie, I was just extraordinarily tired after Tuesday. We should be back on our regular schedule more or less now, and that's great because I want to know what the hell's going on. Now, let's get back into it. KK followed a trail of psychic energy deeper into the dark Shibuya alleyway, away from the glow of familiar streetlights and vending machines. His venture into the unseen brings him to a manhole cover where the spirit residue flashes with an eerie intensity. This part is clearly the origin port for whatever spirit is at the center of this mystery. Did it take you this way, Sasuke? KK looks around again and finding nothing, focuses his attention on this haunted manhole. The spectral vision shows KK a lot more than he thought it might, revealing a glowing specter hovering in this dark and dreary place, the spirit of a man in his 30s. A Jabaku Ray, I believe that's it. According to Japanese lore, this type of spirit is trapped in a physical location. Okay, Spectre, what's keeping you tied down there? The Spectre seems unable to answer him. Instead, he mutters, as if distracted or perhaps completely delirious. Either or, maybe both. Spectres aren't especially concerned with politeness or clarity. Neither of us is going anywhere until I get some answers. I need to know, what are you doing here, specifically at this manhole cover? Why haunt this place? I thought it was a kid. Just a kid playing around. Just having fun. Alone. I wanted to make sure he was safe. So, just being neighborly, eh? Yes. No. Not making friend. Protecting. But he wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't a kid, though, was it? There was something else. Something lurking in these shadows. Did I die? I think I died. But this isn't what I expected. What was it? Monster? A monster? The Spectre points downward. Underneath, huh? KK stares at the manhole as though he just looks hard enough. As though if he just looks hard enough, he'll suddenly see what lurks in the darkness beneath his covers. I got there. He doesn't have to see the Spectre nod to know he's right. It went that way. Before he could pull up the manhole cover to see for himself, a lone shadow creeps in from the edge of the alleyway. Did you find anything? Snooping around is detective business. You don't belong back here. Thought I heard you talking to someone. Who is this youngster? Only I can hear you, so don't bother. Only you can hear me. We're sure nobody else is even here. This is turning into a damn clown show. Kid, I need you to stay here while I go down. It's not safe for you down there. Not safe. Not safe. Monster! But how do I know I'll be safe up here? My team's one call away. They get here quick if you're in danger. Weren't you just saying something about being in the middle of an investigation, too busy to talk to anyone? Funny you should mention that. Could actually use some help. I believe they call it client services. Who are you calling mister? Are they nice? Who are you calling mister? Are they nice like you or nicer? Client services? Sounds more like babysitting to me. If only you would just wait for us to get there. We played a hand we're dealt, and juggling work and childcare has never been my strong suit. I need a little support. Raincoat sighs, a long tired sigh of a frustrated person who knows that in the end, of course, they'll help. She'll always help him, just as he will always help her. And I have the perfect candidate in mind. Come on down. You, Raincoat. There's nobody I trust more. And frankly, I don't trust the kid. The way you've looked after Erica, you've got away with young people I just don't. Talk some sense into this kid. Make him give me the space I need to get the job done. Okay. Put him on. Ryota holds KK's phone to his ear, happy to make another new friend. Yes, Mrs. Ghost Hunter? No, Ryoto, this is Raincoat. I'm the one who first read your message about your friend Sosuke. We're going to find him. You just have to trust us and listen to us. We also need your help. Will you help us? We need a new deputy for our paranormal investigation force. A deputy? Like a real deputy? Yes! Perfect. You're not our official task force lookout. It's a tough job, not just anyone can do it, but I believe in you. I'm sending an alert to your smartphone right now. Every 5 minutes, send me a message and tell me what you see, even if it's just normal stuff. I will do my best. But you need to stay right where you are. If you go anywhere, that won't be a good task force lookout work. That wouldn't be good task force lookout work. This kid's an idiot. In that case, I'll be forced to demote you to a lower position, and you have no idea the kind of paperwork that would create. You can count on me, Rinko. KK watches as Ryoto smiles and hands the phones back to him. Then the kid puts on a tough deputy face and begins to survey the entrance to the alley. We good? He's on lookout duty. That should keep him busy for a while. But you better proceed with caution. We are on our way. You're the best. Tell me something I don't already know. Now to get down there and find your pal Sosuke. Bloody water splashes under KK's feet as he makes his way through the still darkness of Shibuya sewers. The further he goes, the darker it gets, but not just because of any change in light. No, this darkness is unnatural. And in fact, it's not darkness at all. It's tangible. Dense fog made of spiritual energy fills the air. Toxic paranormal waste coats the ground and plugs the drains. But the air itself is rejecting him. Its corruption flows between worlds and reaches around him, blocking KK's way. How long has it been building up right below our feet? Is it like this everywhere? As KK goes deeper, the Kagari only increases. There's definitely something here if there's this much corruption swirling around. Nothing I can't handle though. Alone in the darkness, KK summons his powers in. I must use to. I believe I must use. Wait, no, I can't use. Wait, what? Here we go. Got a little interactive, but I got confused. Oh yeah. I'll put down the controller. Cleanses the corruption, returning the sewer to its normal state. I wonder what happens if you get the shape wrong. That's better. Minus the stink. But the Kagari not cleared? As if they were waiting for a moment of safety, someone appears. Sosuke? Is that you? Smart boy avoids KK's look, turning his back and picking at something on the wet ground. Splish splash, splish splash. Hey you. Kid, you okay? Can you hear me? Are you hiding from something? Take a bath. Take a bath. Come on, kid. This isn't the time or the place. Answer me. I'm not trying to scare you, but you gotta work with me here. In the vast darkness of the sewer, the sound of KK's phone suddenly rings out. The tinny chime echoes back and forth around the hollow space. The small boy in the raincoat doesn't seem to notice. He must be very preoccupied. I'm close. I found Sosuke, but I'm worried. He won't... Muffled sounds. Well, you can read that. That's a little bit more accurate. Now so far, the signal to KK's phone is barely holding on. He can only make out a few sounds and struggles to make out what words they might be forming. Hello? Is anyone there? Rico, is that you? Ed? Erica? Who is this? Erica, can you hear me? Are you with Ryota? Can you ask him, was Sosuke wearing a yellow raincoat? The scratchy connection makes it almost impossible to understand. Sosuke? It's about Sosuke? Not... Erica, I can't understand. Sosuke is not what? Not Sosuke! The call cuts out. The phone goes dead in KK's head. Damn. Not screwing around. Sosuke! Just like that, finally, as if called by his mother to come to dinner, the child responds. He stands up and turns turns to KK with his dead, evil eyes. You're not Sosuke. You're the monster. KK raised his hand and called forth an energy that he discovered that day long ago. The day he found his back against the wall, reaching out and touching the ether crystal. Ever heard of ethereal weaving monster? Energy surges into KK's hand, green light winding and glowing, charging around his fingertips. The increasingly bright light glows, illuminating the tunnel. And in that moment, standing in the center of the tunnel, we can see this monster, this Raincoat visitor, just in time for it to press a child's whistle into his mouth and... At a stranger's fingertips lies KK, now a prisoner. I need my subject to remain calm, or else nothing will get done. Despite being captive, KK flashes the stranger a fierce glare. You son of a bitch! Hello, my new friend. I'm keen to see how useful your vessel turns out to be. The stranger takes something out and holds it in his hand. An amulet, though clearly not simply for decoration. It surges with power. He looks from the amulet and back to KK and smiles. As the monstrous little Raincoat visitor blows his whistle, he steps back into the shadowy darkness. Running away, huh? But he's not running away at all. In fact, he's only making space. There were two much larger, far more horrifying visitors to show up and challenge KK. Slenderman! I've been waiting to run into you again. Let's go, you bastards. One umbrella visitor is... Okay, so it's a fight. Okay. Okay, so that stuns them, so they shouldn't attack the next time. I only got one more. I don't know what this other thing is. We'll just attack with wind again. The umbrella visitor wakes from the stun. I don't have a life bar, so I'm just gonna keep clicking the button and hoping for the best. Got him. You're done. Nice little animation for the finisher move. The fight now over. The sewer is oddly calm again. KK sweeps through space, looking for any clues that might be left behind. Or when a pack of monsters manifest their evil here. But then he sees it, affixed to one wall of the tunnel. A one tag. Except to call it Kafuda. This must be what summoned those things. KK reached out to take the Kafuda down, but as his fingertips approached it. Okay. Raincoat? God damn it. Raincoat? Erica? KK feels a big, quick thump through his body. When he looks down, he sees someone else's arm stabbing through his chest. It's horrifying. Black smoke rushes out of his body. Looking back up, KK sees a man wearing a Hanya mask. You're... As KK comes to, he realizes that he's in the tunnel once again. No, still. He looks at his chest. It's totally fine. No gaping hole, not even a scratch. Sweating, breathing heavy, his mind races. It was a horrible dream. Maybe a vision? He grips the Kafuda in his hand. I won't let him get away with this. So hard it smashes into pieces. At that moment, KK realizes he's not actually alone. Distracted by his fury, he had missed the approach of someone new. Who's there? Surprised he spins to face this entity, but before he can raise his other hand. Ah! KK emerges from the tunnel to find Ryota waiting with the rest of the team. You fool! You run into a wall of Kagare and your instinct is to walk deeper into it? When you know we were on our way to help? Listen, No, you listen. I'm not done yelling at your stupid ass for making me worry about you. Okay, but All of our instruments at HQ started going wild. We broke basically every traffic law in Tokyo twice to get here as quick as possible. And we find an open sewer entrance, little Ryota peering down into this dirty tunnel, clearly considered climbing down there despite our best efforts to cover for you and keep him busy. Sure, except... So we take a look for ourselves. There's corruption in all directions. The whole place absolutely soaking in spirit residue. It's like they're amassing an army beneath our feet and you go sniffing around alone? If not, maybe let her finish? First of all, you arrived sticking but unscathed, having been gone just long enough to have me convinced you were really hurt down there. That I would never see you alive again. The problem with disappearing into a dangerous sewer all alone is that the longer you're gone, after Raincoat has asked you to be cautious, the more times she has to consider the things she'll shout at you when you return. Facts. The things we've been through together. You're in danger. It's as if I can feel it deep down, but there's nothing I can do. What if you had died without being haunted by you of all people? I almost climbed down there to kill you myself. I'm sorry. I should have waited. Don't you dare be nice to me right now. I need to calm down. I value your friendship and support. I didn't hear that. Safely above ground, reunited with his team, KK turns his attention to the original source of all the drama, his young client, Ryota. You were never going to tell me, were you? Sosuke isn't your best friend. He's your dog. So that's the being that attacked us in the sewer. Attack being very loose. He's my dog and my best friend. KK steps back nervously as Sosuke tries to jump into his lap, tail wagging. Oh, calm down. He just wanted to be pet. Jeez. Who would have thought that such a tough-as-nails former detective would have such a strong phobia around dogs? Not to broadcast it, alright? Don't be scared. Sosuke loves everyone. Maybe you should draw the line at loving monsters and following them into the sewer. Ryota hugs his dog and get a face full of licks in response. KK relaxes slightly, seeing how harmless this little dog is, but still keeps some distance. Thank you so much for bringing him home safely, Mr. KK. Mr. KK. What an adorable alias. When exactly did you start going by this new short nickname, KK? I suppose it has a fun ring to it. Not quite so formal as your full name. Before we get too sidetracked, as the lead investigator on this one, you got some paperwork to do, KK. Not sure what's worse. Fighting monsters or filling out all these damn forms. It's obvious you prefer the fighting to the paperwork. KK scribbles out a few quick lines. Only Ed can read them. Hey kid, this is for you. Ooh, is it a prize for helping you find that ghost? Almost. It's the bill. Ryota's face shakes as she's left holding the check. Luckily for you, today's work is pro bono. That means free. Consider this your receipt. I'm feeling generous right now. Ryota looks close at the paper in his hand. It says the case of the cursed manhole. Examination complete. KK. Leaning in over his shoulder, Raincoat let out an uncharacteristically loud burst of laughter. Oh, now I get it. You didn't choose the name KK. Sloppy paperwork chose it for you. There's a lot in this life we don't get to choose. Call me what you like. Not like I've got any use for a real name these days, and definitely not one of my old names. It doesn't matter what anyone calls me as long as I find that bastard. KK's gaze looks fierce, as though he's recalling a bitter past. Reflected in his eyes is Ryota, who looks pleased to have received KK's autograph. KK's expression softens up in response. That said, I guess KK's not so bad. That wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot longer, but we'll take what we could get. That's almost an hour of playtime. More or less just introducing us to the world and the characters. And the slight spoiler that, they're the team. A little bit about KK's past. I think they probably could have added a little bit more meat to the bone, but for what we got in terms of Prelude, that wasn't too bad. If I was ranking this on the old scale, solid, I'll give it a 5 out of 10. I enjoyed it for what it was, but we'll see. If it's depending on the success of Ghostwire Tokyo, they may do more. I'd love to see them do more and actually invest a little energy into it. because I think the world is, just from what I've seen of the game, the world is rich enough for it. But for what it wasn't too bad. We got a new one coming for you guys. This was just to allow me to kind of get back in the loop. I think you'll like what's coming next. And it's a little bit longer, all things considered. So, but thank you very much. If you enjoyed the series, go ahead and leave a like there. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. Gonna let the credits play out, and I'll see you in the next one. I will say though, considering how long these credits go, really they could have probably tacked on a little bit more than an hour worth of gameplay. 4.5 out of 10. Come on, guys! Literally, you're listing the legal department, legal, IT, and financing are all here for 50 minutes to an hour of gameplay. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But I know that's what the credits are for. It's fine. See y'all in the next one.